Okay, so the showcase for Xbox just ended, and we got to see more details about Forza Horizon 6. I'm not gonna lie, I am excited as hell and hyped as hell. There were a lot of things that they announced that were on my bingo card, and quite a few things that I was not expecting. So we're just gonna kind of go over the details really quick and kind of my initial thoughts from what we saw and what we're getting with the release here on May 19th. So not as soon as I was hoping it was going to be. I was hoping it was being like March, but so got about 4 months to wait. No big deal. So first, they did announce that there's going to be toge. You can see it in the thing. They brought up mountains and rural areas quite a bit. So toge, that was on my bingo card. You really can't have a game in Japan without that. So I was really excited about that. They also showed some of the racing on the Wangin on the freeways and highways of Japan, which is, like I said, another part of the Japanese car culture that you kind of need in a game if you're going to have it in Japan. A couple things I wasn't expecting. One is the weird like Gymkhana type events they had at the docks. Apparently those are going to be some of the challenges to move on to the next level of the racing. So that can be fun and cool if it's done right. And then they added car meets, which is kind of a cool social feature. Car meets is a big thing in the car culture regardless, but it's huge in Japan. People line up, hundreds cars deep underneath the freeways before they go up to race. So another great thing to see in there. And then something that is also big in Japan, Australia, is time attack. I was not expecting to see a time attack version in the game, especially with the persistent leaderboards and stuff like that, to where you're actually being competitive in time attack. And it's not just, a single event you're doing for, whatever shows up on the map or whatnot. So that's pretty crazy. And being someone who actually does time attack in real life, I can't be any happier than that. Let's see. Looks like we are going back to the wristbands. I guess that was a thing in Forza Horizon 1, someone told me. I haven't played one, but someone said that's how you kind of progressed in the first Forza Horizon game, was you get colored wristbands, and that would determine what type of racing you were allowed to do in the game. So at least there's some sort of progression system. My first thought when I see colored wristbands makes me think back to my, martial arts days of earning belts, but it could be fun if it's done right. So we'll see what happens. With that, it looks like they're also adding an end game island. It says once you've kind of completed all the wristband stuff and you get your gold wristband, it unlocks an entire different island where all the end game stuff happens. And looks like that's where, all the post-story stuff is going to be happening, and people are going to be building their reputation and, whatever else they're going to do with that. They're bringing back the building thing where you can build your own environments, your own tracks and whatnot. But now it looks like it's going to be co-op to where people get to get together and actually create their own areas and tracks together. And then on the side of building, we are also getting custom garages where you can build and make your own custom garage and, showcase your cars and, what you want your dream garage to essentially look like. And on top of that, it looks like they're taking it a step further. They didn't show too much of it, but apparently you're going to get this giant plot of land. I believe they called it your estate, and you can literally customize your own little estate in your own like little mini city or mini, area to be for whatever you want it to be. I know there's co-op in the game. I mean, I think it'd be cool if they had like the estates, if there was a way to make it like, not necessarily a guild, but I don't know, like a car group where like your car group, that's your area and everyone can go in there. I know it said you can have friends and stuff visit it, but it'd be cool if you could have like something, set up to where this is for this specific car group or this consider a car club or race team or whatever you want to call it. I think that would be cool. And it would kind of help bring in more of the, social aspect of the game in. What else? Yeah, and that's pretty much it. They did say they're going to bring in a lot more music. I know the last YouTube video I made about what I was looking forward to before the showcase, someone left a comment saying they're hoping they bring in more music like Euro beats and more like, car culture from Japan type of music. They did say they're putting in a lot more music in the game and a lot from Japan, from popular artists in Japan. But like I said, they didn't really go into details, so we don't know what that's going to entail. Is that going to be Eurobeat? Is that going to be things like, you know, I don't know, baby metal, or, you know, whoever they're collabing with to make this happen. But yeah, altogether, it was a relatively short showcase, but they did give a lot of information. These are just kind of the touch points of what they announced and what I'm kind of excited for and the things that stood out to me. But I gotta say, as someone who is new to the Forza Horizon series, I'm currently playing through 5, that you can come watch us or watch me stream Tuesday through Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. Getting through that. We do have quite a bit of time before Forza Horizon 6 comes out, so I'm thinking about going and playing through the originals. I know I have a copy of 1, but I think I'm gonna go scrounge through all my local GameStops and retro gaming stores we have out here and see if I can find, you know, all the other ones in between and try to knock out as many of those as I can before this comes out. And so to have like a full experience by the time this comes out, so I'm more of a veteran and I know exactly what's going on in the series. I've played all the Forza Motorsport like mainline games, and I've, you know, fully finished most of those. But I don't know why I just never hit these Horizon games. I always did the Need for Speeds and, you know, test drives and, you know, every other street racing type game that came out. But for some reason, I always skipped past the Forza Horizon games. And now that I'm playing 5, I'm kind of regretting it because there's so much stuff to do in these games that I feel like I've missed out, and I feel like I'm playing catch up, but at least it gives me something to do and something for us to do together. You can check out my gamer tag, stuff like that, if anybody wants to join and hang out and do that sort of thing. Slowly building the channel, more stuff coming on. Like we got time attack builds coming out, car builds, some tech videos. We're doing a lot of SCCA stuff. We're going to be doing the K1 Adult League. So lots of different stuff coming on in the real world, plus the gaming side and sim racing. So hope everyone joins, but I gotta say, from what they announced, I'm hyped, I'm excited, I can't bloody wait for May. What did you guys see in the showcase that you guys are excited for? What did I miss? What are you worried about? Does anyone have any concerns about the systems and something they're not quite sure about, or things that you're upset that they missed out on that they didn't add to the game? Let me know. I'm sure a lot more people out there have different opinions about not only the Japanese car culture, but the Forza Horizon games themselves, since, like I said, I'm relatively new to the series. So let me know what you guys thought. Concerns, ideas, thoughts, what you're excited for, what you're not so excited for, and what you're doing right now in the game, and, you know, what is... And also, let me know what other games in the Horizon series are worth playing, because I've heard there are some duds and there's some that are amazing. Let me know which one should I be playing live. Thanks for watching, and I'll see everyone soon. Thanks. Bye.